You were curled up on the oversized couch in the living room of your glass walled penthouse, your chin resting on your knees as you stared at the city lights flickering like distant fireflies. He promised, he swore this time would be different. A whole month of reminders, calendar marks, text filled with heart emojis, and pouty GIFs. Yet there you were again, alone. You tossed and turned on the couch, frustration prickling under your skin. The silence of the penthouse mocked you. Every second that passed screamed louder. You forgot. Again. You dragged yourself towards the glass rooftop wall, collapsing onto the plus floor, your cheek pressing against the cold surface. You counted stars and promises, both broken. It was past 11 p.m. The living room was cold despite the warmth of the penthouse. You didn't even blink, just lay there on the marble floor, eyes wide open, staring through the massive glass rooftop, watching the stars like the audio answers. Your dress was still perfect, hair slightly messed up from turning and tossing, lipstick smudged from the hours you had spent chewing your lip in frustration, but now you were numb, not angry, not sad, just still. So still it scared Jungkook the moment he entered the penthouse, quiet as a ghost, jacket slung over one shoulder, exhaustion painted into every line of his face. He froze in the doorway, briefcase dangling, keys in hand, hair tousled, black shirt wrinkled, breathe uneven from running up the stairs like a man possessed. And then he saw you. There you were lying flat on the floor in living room, arms sprawled like you had fallen from the sky, eyes wide open, unblinking, staring through the glass ceiling at the stars. He didn't even flinch when he entered. His breath couched, he dropped his briefcase with a thud, eyes widened in pure panic. Baby, no response. Oh my god, did you faint? Baby, hey. He rushed toward you, almost tripping over the rug, and then he heard you breathe slow, calm. You blinked just once. Then your voice cut him off, calm, cool, and dramatic. I'm alive, just spiritually. He let out one breath he was holding, slapping a hand to his chest in relief. Oh, thank God. Jungkook stood above you, then slowly looked at the sky you were watching with a deep sigh. He brought his hands together in prayer, stared up at the heavens, and whispered, Dear God, please have mercy on me. He looked down at you like a soldier entering the battlefield. You didn't flinch, so he knelt beside you carefully, like approaching a wild animal one he had no idea how to tame, but would gladly be devoured by. Baby, are you okay? Why are you on the floor like you are auditioning for a tragic movie? He asked softly, placing a hand gently on your arm. You finally turned your head slowly, looked at him with the calmness of a silent storm, and whispered, Oh, I was waiting for the sky to collapse. Do I look okay, Mr. John? Jungkook swallowed. You didn't move, just blink once, slowly. Do you know what today is? He gulped. Tuesday. Tuesday. It's the dinner you planned, the one you hyped for a month. You picked the restaurant, you picked my dress, and then you forgot. Hell, he murmured to himself. No, no, no. Today was the reservation, a date. Freak me. Oh, so now you remember. Should I clap? Should I cry? Or should I just laugh at myself for being delusional enough to believe Mr. John Jung would actually keep a promise that didn't involve a business deal? Mr. John, you are gone, he whispered to himself, then again louder. You freak so hard this time, John Jungkook. I'm sorry, it was the investor call Singapore time. John messed up everything. Do you think I care about Singapore right now? You cut him off. Do you think the woman who wore the dress you picked, did her hair the way you loved, and sat at that table lighting candles for 2 hours give a damn about international investors? Jungkook laid flat beside you, defeated, mirroring your position, both of you staring up. Don't do this. Voice low, guilt building. Please don't cry. You finally sat up like a ghost, rising from the grave, hair messy, eyes glowing with betrayal. I'm not crying, I'm burning. Do you even understand what it feels like to wait for someone with your whole heart to dress up, check the time every minute, stare at your phone hoping he would at least text? Do you even know what it's like to hold in disappointment until it starts choking you? He blinked. I know I messed up. I deserve your anger, but don't say I don't care. I care about you more than you care. You care so much that you forgot the one thing we were both excited for all month. You are always the CEO, always the boss. But when do I get my husband? When do I matter more than your next deal or quarterly report? You think I don't hate myself right now? That I haven't been driving like a lunatic the whole way here because I realized too damn late that I screwed up. The one thing that mattered tonight. You cut him off without raising your voice. Tonight wasn't about dinner, it was about us, about making time for love between these chaos. You said I will never take you for granted, baby. But what else is this? Then tell me how to fix it. Voice cracking. Yell at me, hit me, break everything. Just don't look at me like you are giving up on me. I'm tired of being the only one trying. You are not. I'm just bad at balance, but I swear I'm going to better. I will cancel everything. The world can burn tomorrow. I don't care. Just don't walk away from me tonight. I don't want the world to burn, Jungkook. I just wanted dinner, and you still have me. You gave a dry laugh. He sat up, cupping your face, eyes bleeding. I'm sorry, baby. I really, truly am. I forgot the dinner, but I didn't forget you, not for a second. And if you let me make it up to you, I will do whatever it takes. Don't try to babysit me now, like always. You stood up, jerking his hand away. I deserve that. He winced. I wore this dress, waiting in heels, thought maybe that you would remember our dinner, but no. Baby, I'm sorry. Shut up. Yes, ma'am. He stormed into the kitchen, pulling open cabinets aggressively. Jungkook trailed behind like a shadow watching in horror. As you started pulling, you don't need to. Don't speak. You froze mid-step. You opened the fridge, closed it, opened it again just to slam it for dramatic effect. Jungkook winced with every move, and then suddenly he stepped forward with a newfound sense of redemption burning in his eyes. No, forgot. I will cook dinner right now. He turned slowly, arm crossed. You cook. Since when? Since now? Watch me. He rolled up sleeves like a global Michelin star. Oh God, don't. I'm already heartbroken. Don't poison me too. Too late. I'm already committed, he said way too confidently, throwing his half jacket. Even if I have to burn myself to prove my love, so be it. You better not burn the house too. Jungkook, that's too much oil. You glared at him, but he shrugged it, unbothered. He opened the fridge like he knew what he was doing. What he was doing. He did not actually. And then you said it. You know what, Jian? If I had, I swear to God, I would have do it right now, just to slow you down from ruining more my evening. Jungkook paused, very still, then without missing a beat, he reached behind his waistband, pulled out his actual shiny made black, because of course, Mafia see your husband, and held it out to you, grip first. Do it here, take it, do it on me, now. I deserve it. Go for the heart, or whichever hurts more. You blinked, froze, mouth wide open. He looked at you, you looked at him, and then your face palmed so hard. Your soul left your body for 3 seconds. What the? Are you insane? Only for you? Oh my god, put that down. This is not what normal people do when they miss dinner, muttering, I married a melodramatic Greek tragedy with abs. But you love this Greek tragedy. Unfortunately, he stepped closer, you narrowed your eyes, but he grinned, like he knew your anger was crumbling faster than his cooking plans. I will let you do that to me on tomorrow. If it makes you feel better, I will consider it. Depends on how many kitchen appliances you set on fire tonight. Fair. You lean forward, brushing your hair away from your face gently. You look like a goddess in that dress, and I ruined your night. But if you give me a second chance, I will ruin your lips. You rolled your eyes but couldn't stop the smile creeping into your lips. Smooth, real smooth. He leaned in closer, eyes dark. Not yet, but give me 5 minutes in the right sauce. The penthouse kitchen looked like it had survived a. There was pasta on the floor, prawn sauce bubbling violently in a pan, a piece of garlic bread smoldering in the toaster like a failed science experiment, a cracked egg sliding down the cupboard like a horror movie scene, and in the middle of it all, John Jungkook, shirt sleeves rolled up, brows frown, talking to a frying pan like it was personally sabotaging him. How the freak do people make pasta look so easy? He snapped, holding tongs like a weapon, glaring at the overcooked noodles stuck together like glue. You watched from the edge of the kitchen island, arms crossed, amusement dancing in your eyes. You hadn't forgive him, not fully, but watching from Mafia turn see your husband fight with the spaghetti was healing in its own way. You know, you could have just ordered in. You mumbled, suppressing a smirk. He looked up at you like you had insulted his honor. No, I will cook for my wife, even if I burn this kitchen down in the process. The universe must have taken him seriously because that's when it happened. No, he shouted as the oil popped and hissed. He tried to move the hot, sizzling pan without a glove, focused and determined, and oh, Jungkook, what happened? You bolted from your place as he jerked his hand away, hissing in pain, still trying to act up. It's nothing, just let it. It's burns. Idiot, let me see. You grabbed his wrist and yanked him towards the sink, turning on the tap and letting cold water run over his reddened skin while he hissed dramatically. Oh, water, don't move. He obeyed instantly, eyes wide as you held his hand underneath, your brows knit in worry, lips pressed tight as you checked his skin. His other hand clenched to your waist for balance. It's not that bad. Jeon Jungkook sat up and stay still before I burn you next. There was silence, only water running and your angry breathing. He watched you, not the hand, not the burn, just you. The way your eyes filled with panic, the way your fingers trembled a little, the way you leaned in too close without realizing. You always do this, he whispered, still focused on his hand. What? Jungkook's voice was low. Act like nothing hurts, like you are invincible, like you don't forget people waiting for you. You absolute moron. Why would you try to cook? You literally ordered me to not let Jungkook near open flames during our wedding vows. I didn't forget you. He pouted, lower lip sticking out. I just, he paused. Okay, I was trying to be romantic and manly after messing up everything. You stopped, looked up, met his eyes. They were glassy now, not because of the burn. Don't you ever do that again. Your voice cracked because next time I won't be lying on the floor waiting. I will be gone. And that broke him. He turned the tap off, water dripping down his arm, and pulled you into a tight, desperate hug with his injured hand. His face buried into your shoulder, his voice muffled. Never again, I swear. Burn me, break me, curse me, but don't leave me. He stood there pressed to his chest, surrounded by the mess of flour and chaos and one tragic dinner. You dragged him gently for the first aid kit, grumbling under your breath the whole way. How can someone be a mafia boss, CEO, and an absolute idiot all in one lifetime? Jungkook just followed like a scolded puppy, lips pouting, hand throbbing. You sat him on the edge of the bed, grabbed the cold cream, and opened it with more aggression than necessary. He hissed when you touched his palm but didn't pull away. Told you it's not that bad. And I told you to shut up. You snapped. You apply the cream gently, your touch tender, even when your words weren't. You blow softly on his palm to soothe the sting, and he swore the real pain now was in his chest. You in that elegant dress, kneeling between his knees, hair falling forward, anger in your eyes but worry in your hands. It was a scene straight out of drama, the kind that wins awards. He couldn't stop staring. Meanwhile, you were trying so hard to stay mad, to focus on the task. But damn it, why did he have to look so hot right now? Hair messy, eyes glistening, flushed skin, collarbone exposed, sleeves rolled up, a mess of a man who's for you. It was dramatic, cinematic, hot. You cursed yourself silently. Damn it, why do you look like the me lead of the steamy defense romance right now? Jungkook smirked. One thing missing. You blinked, looking up suspiciously. What? A beat passed, and then he leaned in, slow, intentional, eyes locked on yours like a hunter closing in. Your breath catched. This, your face pressed to his chest, both of you wrapped in warmth. His fingers ran through your hair gently, his breathing finally calming down. Still mad? He asked quietly, your arm nuzzling into his skin. A little. What if I promise to take you to dinner tomorrow and every Friday after that? Every Friday. Noted serious. Date night, non negotiable, even if the world burns. You sign, finally giving in, kissing his chin. Fine, but next time you warn yourself, I'm taking you to the ER before I kiss. He chuckled, wrapping his arms tighter around you. Dale, as long as I get both.